they're going to be prepared for anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Anything.
All right, you can see the rosters there. Googly Boppers has still got the world-famous spoon. Cunninghams still led by A. Martin. Commander J from the Season 3 MVP roster. And the battle is almost ready on mines. Randall, what do we have for tanks?
Well, we were talking about anything, and yes, Tog 2s, everyone.
Oh,
prepare yourself.
My goodness. This is what we have been waiting for since the dawn of the WGLNA. Seeing these boats in action. This is the first premium tank I ever purchased, and it was the first premium tank I sold because it is a slow-moving powerhouse of a tank. Look at this. And they're already firing.
Set sail for victory.
All right, here we go. In the blue is the Googly Bobbers on my screen. In the red will be the Cunninghams. Again, this is an exhibition match. This is for fun. This is a skirmish, but it's still for the bragging rights. And you see the 21-gun salute coming out of the Googly Boppers for the Cunninghams. That is a beautiful sight.
Ain't that sexy? I just love it. I love the Togs, man. Trireme would be leading the way, too. It just makes sense. And now they're going to actually... It looks like are they going to meet in the middle? It doesn't make any other sense. They wouldn't make it to any other part of the map.
Oh, no. Water side, even though I'm sure these could float, it's going to take a long time.
They do float.
Hold my
They're
beer
actually
tactics.
battleships.
All right.
They're lining up. Oh my gosh. But look at this spread. I love the spread from the Cunninghams. They know. They understand. But the thing is, Googly Boppers are looking a little bit more organized and scientific right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, these guys have already shot most of their ammo. They're spraying and praying, and they're moving forward.
There's so much space in that tank, dude. You aren't going to run out of ammo. But that focus fire is brutal. Tuxzilla goes down. A. Martin may go down. Yes. But Cunningham's got the first kill. They get first blood. But in that, right?
There is. Bakuk almost falls. Daxtuck moving in, trying to get the kill, but Bakuk is using his dead teammate as cover. Danson takes down Anfield. Daxtuck does get the kill, and now it is 3 down for the Cunninghams and only 2 down for the Googly Bobbers.
No, Cunninghams, I believe you could
However,
do it.
Look at the HP value difference here. Baranesh and Daxtuck.
Bananas the wall host is going straight in. He doesn't even care. Full YOLO. And he smashes into Countess.
Commander J pushes up as well from the opposite side. Sovereign Zool, he's in trouble. This is going to depend on some RNG here between both teams. Oh, Baranesh misses a shot against Commander J. Commander J, oh, he gets the kill from over Sovereign Zool's. Oh, wow. Bounces happening from both these tanks.
Oh, Sovereign Zool bouncing. Commander J bounce.
Wrapping around, and Sovereign Zool is able to win out that brawl. Armor Ghost, look at his HP. Nothing compared to D. Hansen.
Nope. He's just stayed back. Got to preserve your tank, man.
Oh, calculations over impulse may work here in the end. Armor Ghost gets a kill against Countess, but Danson takes him down.
He's got to clutch it, man.
Oh, Sovereign Zool, he could do it. Couple favorable bounces.
I don't know. D. Hansen's kind of going a lot of hit points in this battleship.
And he gets it. The Cunninghams, with their calculations, are able to take battle number 1 with their Tog 2s.
Yeah.
They proved that they could set sail a little bit better than Googly Bobbers.
You just don't broadside your opponents in the middle of the battle.
All right. Which is sad because the Googly Bobbers, or Go Bob for short, you would think they would know something about water since they're a fishing instrument, more or less.
Yeah, I could see that. However, they're Googly Bobbers.
I know.
Which is a word I thought that Bananas had come up for the less than average World of Tanks player.
Yes.
When he gets angry, he comes up with really crazy names for people.
That's where their name comes from. You were able to talk with A. Martin a little bit about some of the roster changes and how they're approaching this season. So first off, what is it about growth and taking risks? Because this is something that you and I talked about a lot.
A. Martin said when I asked, "Are you not taking enough risks to grow as a team?" And that was, he answered, maybe. And then he said, it's hard to cut people and make the big changes when you've been progressing. The thing is, though, sometimes you have to cut people from your team. You have to change the roster because you need to progress, you need to change. But the thing is, how much is that change in a roster going to help you grow as opposed to keeping that person on and trying to invest more time and effort into them?
That's a very good point. but you have to measure that type of progress. Let's talk about the measurements and analytics of the Cunninghams. Where do you draw the line of we've made progress, but it's not enough? Is it we've made it top 8, top 8, top 8?
Mm-hmm.
Where do we go from here? Where do we keep falling short? Is it in the tactical lineup of the plays? Are we buckling under pressure, which we've seen from Fnatic? I mean, any team can fall, and especially the amount of pressure that a team can have when they are the top team in every engagement outside of the WGLNA to represent America.
Well, a thing about these changes, though, that I need to talk about is the fact that Millard, you remember him from last season? He was a good player. He had to leave the team because of health issues. That was one thing outside of Cunningham's control. They couldn't have predicted that he would have those, and they replaced Declan, who previous of Hammer Time, and they brought in D. Hansen as well.
Yeah. Well, D. Hansen, he can do pretty well in a TOG 2, at least what we've seen so far. But it's all fun and games. I think, as we mentioned before, that one of these maps is going to be taken seriously. Maybe this next map, which is Ensk. What do we have for tanks?
For tanks, I'm looking at 3 AMX 5100s, 2 IS3s, versus 2 5100s, a Kernavern, and 2 IS3s.
Why not?
Why not?
Bananas to the wall host.
You say por qué? I say por qué no.
Por qué no? Por qué no? All right. Cunninghams is up 1-0 over the Googly Bobbers. I'll be following the team to the south in the blue. That will be the Googly Bobbers. Cunninghams will be in the red.
Taking the north and also taking what looks to be the east. Yes, they will be crossing their cap, destroying things in their way. And looking actually down the 5 line just a little bit.
Dance to the wall. Can he fit? Can he make it through this crevice? He barely can. Jeez.
Yeah, it's not that wide of a tank.
It's a big, big tank.
Even a mouse fits through those buildings.
Wow. What about a rat? Well, we'll never know.
A rat would just crush the whole block.
The rat is the block. People go to school inside the rat.
Probably could. Oh, wait, you were joking.
Yeah, I still really enjoy that video from the Chieftain detailing the mouse. It's one of 2, right? Still in existence?
Yeah. Well, kinda.
Yeah.
The
restored-ish.
Wargaming is restoring that one mouse. At least they said they were.
A Martin is spotted. Tuxilla season. Maybe a T1 battle between the two. Jumping over to the T1s real quickly. They're going to scout each other and pull back. No shots fired yet. Except for Bananas to the wall host, taking him out from behind.
Well, there you go.
Where's the rest of the Cunninghams?
They're pushing down the east. Slowly, unspotted, undetected. Eventually it will get there. It looks like a cap fast. I believe. This is a risk, though.
You're in the belief business?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Waffles from Simplistic. Sovereign takes a shot to the front after he gets one shot inside of Silent Demise, but Guk takes fire. Danksta holding the line.
Holding the line or holding the shells? He's taking so many.
Yeah, he's holding the shells now. I thought he was in an IS-3 at first. No, he's in the 5100. Not the best place for him to be. Bananas to the wall host has got to get in this action. Show the world what the Carnivore is all about.
Where is he?
He's behind Sovereign Zul using the IS-3 as cover.
Oh, well, he's far away now.
Now he's going to push down the center. Let's follow him. Bananas to the wall host. You are able to take down some of these tanks that are so low with HP. But will you be able to penetrate?
There's plenty of DPM, and the pen is actually amazing on that thing.
Oh, one shot. Gets the kill. Takes 2 hits, though, for 629 damage. Another one. For a total of 971. Silent Demise is going to run away from him, causing Bananas. No, he's going to turn. He sees Bananas. He aims a shot and it bounces. Pride of the British Empire lives on as he pushes up towards Silent Demise. Shot through the wall. Nice work by Bananas.
Yeah, but as you notice, the damage is a little bit low. If he were almost any other tank, he would have gotten the kill out of that.
And a bounce! Silent Demise gets bounced as well. Who's going to have the reload faster?
Bananas will have the reload first, probably, unless...
He gets tracked. And Silent Demise takes him out.
Nice. Silent has always been an excellent player. And now Danksta's taking damage. T1 does... D. Hansen just got the kill. T1 killed the 5100. Yeah.
That's a good pickup for the Cunninghams. The rest of the Googly Bobbers. Go Bob, coming to the south. Ready to clean up Commander J and D. Hansen.
Unless he can clutch it all.
Well, he's going to have to destroy the two other tanks up to the north, the two T1s to get the flag cap. There's DeHansen in the T1, heading away from the firefight. 23 seconds left for the two tanks to get the cap.
Commander J will be up there just in time, I think. Maybe. Texzilla spotted. He's going to keep moving. He knows.
Fires and gets the kill. Commander J pushes up. Slightly up.
Armor Ghost gets to take cover behind a dead tank. He knows. 3, 2. Can he get the shot?
Not in time. Base
No.
captured. And the Googly Bobbers take battle number 2. Tie the series 1-1.
Okay. Okay.
Hold my beer tactics.
The thing was, though, Cunninghams were the ones that took the risk this time.
Yeah.
They pushed for the cap.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're just not as good at the hold my beer tactics. Or
Maybe
really the way it works is when you see someone say hold my beer, something isn't going to go well.
Or they've already calculated everything they need to, and they simply use their other hand for something.
No, I
As
think
in
generally that term
wreck
precedes
face and
something
tanks.
really, really mistakes.
Or that term is going to
Big
be
mistakes.
a meme forever. Talking about the roster changes, let's talk about the temporary type backup players. You mentioned that the replacements were Declan, excuse me.
Yes.
And he was previously on Hammer Time.
Yeah, he came on over. It looks like DeHansen,
He's
though.
a temporary backup player.
Yeah.
But can a temporary backup player destroy a T1 like that? I think not. I mean, I understand why now they've brought him on.
Yeah, he actually might make his way onto the main roster with performance like we've seen today so far.
Well, they say that Declan is a very, very strong team player. His blocking skills and his 5100 remind A. Martin of Endo.
I miss Endo.
Yeah. A lot of people do.
Yeah, but if Declan's going to perform up to that level, high expectations for him. We'll have to see if these next matches are serious enough, if they'll be able to tell us anything about these new players and the way they fit in on their team. Because that's a big thing.
Yeah.
You bring in new players, it doesn't matter how well they perform the last one. If they don't fit well on your team, you could see some weird stuff. That's why I'm watching out for teams like the Cunninghams, like Top Tier, like River of Blood and Simple Tankers. Definitely Simple Tankers today, a later match.
Yeah,
but right now we're seeing how these new guys fit in.
We'll talk about them after this series is complete. But Declan may not be on the rosters tonight because he lives on the West Coast, and since we go live at 5, maybe at work a little bit later, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we will see him in the premiere, most likely, of the Cunninghams during the first week of the Gold League, which is next week, if you can believe it, man. It feels like we were just here doing qualifiers, which we were last week.
We were just here doing qualifiers.
Yeah. Well done from Googly Bobbers. Can they do it on Prohorovka, though? No more city maps right now. What do we have for tanks?
For tanks, I'm looking at a Pershing, 3 T-69s, and a 1390 for the Cunninghams. Googly Bobbers is just going to go with 5 1390s. I mean, why bother with other tanks?
I want to see how they're able to perform with this compared to the T-69s. T-69, faster reload time, but lesser shots, 4 compared to 6.
Yeah, but the burst is about 900 damage, and 2 of them can just instant evaporate at 1390. Doesn't matter if he has 6 shells. He's only going to be able to use 1, maybe 2, before he's gone.
1390 is 250 more hit points compared to... Or, excuse me, a T-69 is 250 more hit points compared to a 1390.
Yes.
And that is a factor.
The armor, also, you have to pay attention. Nice, well-smoked armor.
Oh, yeah, the armor.
Mm-hmm.
That armor.
And along with that, I mean, the thing is, it's nice and slopey. You got the turret that's kind of weird, but also in hull down. Great hull down tank. That 1390 is not a great hull down tank.
A frontal armor of 101.6.
Yeah.
Nice. Turret armor, 152.4. It's actually more than the Pershing.
But it looks like Bananas the Wall host and Baronish are spotted and begin firing out at the T-69s, who are just kind of in the open, actually. Very strange move from the Cunninghams. And Countess will be focused. However, it looks like the return fire is not actually that effective. I'm not seeing as many connections as the Cunninghams should be getting to win this one.
Bananas the Wall host gets lit. His HP falls. He's still alive at a half HP.
But Countess is down.
Dancer takes a hit.
Tier is down. Commander J is overwatching this whole position, getting to watch everything happen at 500-600 meters away and try and snipe in a 1390. But Baguk and Silent Demise are moving up. may be able to pick off retreating 1390. I don't think any of them have shells left.
Shot from Sovereign Zool to cover the retreat to the north of Bananas to the wall host. Did not connect. Stick with Sovereign Zool for a little bit. See if he can connect with anything else, maybe chasing some of the tanks from the Googly Bobbers. Not the case. Cunninghams is going to continue their spread to the west.
Well, is
Nothing
anybody
spotted.
way down to the south? Because A. Martin is hunting.
There's
Silent Demise.
one-
Armor Ghost.
There's one to the south, and that's Armor Ghost, and he falls right when you called it.
Yep.
Right when you called it.
Dead.
Commentator curse.
No, I want him to die. Go Cunninghams.
All right, Bananas to the wall host. Swinging around from the north. The Googly Bobbers are going to move as one. Except for the 1T1 Tuxilla. He is staying next to the Hobo Fire in the crashed train car.
That Hobo Fire is always lit. Always going.
Always goes. It always goes. That fire is fueled by broken promises and dreams.
That's really sad.
Yep.
Why would you say that?
Wow.
It's depressing.
Homeless people, man. I feel bad for them. All right, 2 more tanks spotted on the battlefield. Bananas to the wall host. Baranesh. Daxta, all on the railroad tracks, along with Anfield. Blind firing into the last known position of the Cunninghams while Sovereign Zool is trying to scout.
This is kind of adorable in a way. From I have to that's the only word I can think of. They're just sitting there on a little train track, like just all in a row, just shooting at Cunninghams.
Yep. Yeah, shots to do it. Silent Demise took a hit a little earlier. Sovereign Zool still active scouting, but now he's swinging to the north. Most likely going to join the rest of his compatriots. And a couple more shots. They are spotted. I was going to see if there was blind fire, but no, they're still spotted.
Yeah,
now they've disappeared.
Well, some of them. Anfield is still up, actually. At least for a little bit. There he goes. Now he's gone.
And now they're moving down the railroad tracks. Ring around the rosy between two teams. Googly Bobbers may do a complete 360 around them.
Well, it's just mobility. 1390s get to do that. You can abuse that so much when your opponent only has one 1390, and that 1390 has to kind of stay close to the group, or else he's going to get cut off, jumped on, 3 or 4 1390s will pretty quickly take him down. And those T69s, perching, they can't match the speed of a 1390.
Nope.
Just no way. And with that, you're going to see actually Cunninghams kind of post up. And they're going to be sitting still, static positions most of the time, trying to make it difficult to snipe them out and also make it easy to spot their opponent.
Sovereign Zool's going to push forward on the opposite side of the train tracks. To spot. He gets tracked.
It's a trap.
Trireme sees him. Sovereign Zool falls. Silent Demise and Trireme were ready. Commander J now going to move, actively scouting. And who's left to deal more damage from Googly Bob?
Well, Danksa, Baranesh, Bananas the Wall Host, and Enfield are all up. Enfield being one of the new members to the team. I'm watching out to see how he performs at 742. He is a well-known figure in the World of Tanks community, a common streamer, and just an exceptional player. He's known mostly, though, for playing tier 10s, not for playing tier 8s as much, or the team battle. However, lately I do believe we've seen him doing some team battles here and there with randoms.
Oh, this battle got a little bit more serious between these two teams. Their lineups from Go Bob, I think that they could pull this off. They need to be careful, though, especially the hold down position placement from the Cunninghams.
Indeed. But they do have the ability to be flexible, and I think they're kind of just being a little passive right now because of the pressure on the middle of the map that those medium tanks bring. I mean, they have great view range, pretty solid camo.
How many shots are going towards A. Martin right now? He's scouted. That's 5 shots. Daxter from far away from downtown is able to get the kill. But it was 5 shots between two 1390s, and I think Baranesh took a shot as well.
That poor building. Poor little building.
Silent Demise at 25% health. Spotted for a bit. They both disappear on the side of the Cunninghams, or the side of Googly Bobbers, excuse me.
And which way are they going to go now?
Well,
What's
they're going
their
north. They're going back to their flag cap position.
Not a bad move.
3 minutes and 20 seconds. They've been all over the place on this map.
It's the point of the 1390s.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do that. If you want to play your strengths, just be everywhere.
Anfield and Commander J, opposite sides, are the ones that have not taken any damage. And if they can initiate the charge from either side, this will be an all-out brawl, Revolutionary War style.
Except for I think that they're going to catch their opponent by surprise. Because Trireme looking east, Bugak looking east, Silent Demise looking east and scanning around to the west every once in a while. Actually, I think Silent Demise might be the only guy that might smell that something's up.
Yeah.
And he's actually going to begin just moving slightly to the north.
Well, can the Cunninghams ever leave that position, or is that the most advantageous position for them to be on in the map compared to what Gobob is doing?
Okay, it's dependent on a lot of things. If you can't cover your west side, it's not that great a position. If you can cover your east side and that's the only way your opponent can attack you through, then
It's a great position.
However, it does look they're going to shift out of it, just as I say that. They're going to actually begin the attack.
Commander J did not scout anything from the railroad tracks, so if they're not scouted to the north of the railroad tracks, they're going to have to be on the west. Let's go ahead and occupy the side of the map that gives us the further distance. And now both the teams are scouting each other. Yes, 2 tanks are scouting on both sides.
Yep, looks like Dunksta, Baronish, Enfield all spotted now. Silent Demise begins taking damage. Can they get a kill first?
Yes, Anfield gets it right before Danksta falls. Bananas to the wall takes down Baguk. Now Trireme and Commander J, the last one's alive. 2 against 3, plus the 1 T1. T1's going to be heading to the south as fast as he can. Not going to be there in time to get the flag cap on his own. This is going to have to be a full execution of tanks. A tank aside, if you will.
Well, it looks like Enfield is going to be just circle strafing Trireme. Trireme cannot keep up with this. Baronish shows up as backup. Easy. And now Commander J is the only 1390 left, way in the south. I find a hard time believing that he's going to be able to 1v1 this, especially since Enfield's all at full health, and you've got Bananas and Baronish at reasonable hit points.
With a minute to go, Commander J could try to run. Try to run and hide.
Could try to draw this out, but he could also stand and fight.
Here he comes. Bananas to the wall host, first one. Do they see him? He's going to the right. No scouting yet. Now he's scouted. Commander J is going to take his first shot.
Stand
no.
and fight,
He's
Commander
not.
J.
He may be reloading. He may be reloading.
That would make some sense.
Bananas to the wall host. Lines up one. Oh no, Commander J might take him out first. Not after that bounce. Anfield pushes up. And Baronish is there as well. Anfield gets the kill. Battle number 2 goes to Gobop on Prohorovka.
Well, that was interesting. I haven't seen a pure 1390 lineup in a while.
Me neither. I really enjoyed seeing that. Even though it was experimental in this skirmish, I loved the fast traverse tactical placement. You can put your tanks. They were all over the map. They kept swinging all the way around, almost like a clock every time. And it forced Cunningham to stay in that one position. And when they tried to move out, they got spotted, scouted, shot, or taken down.
That's what happens when you don't bring enough light tanks to an all-light tank lineup on a really open map.
Yeah.
That's the perfect way to play it. They showed us how you play light tanks. It was great to see again. I love it. I don't get to see it enough. I'm a light tank driver. So scouting, being mobile are just, especially as an entire team, it's really refreshing.
So is the 1390 a hold my beer tactic?
No.
All of them?
No, that's not a hold my beer tactic. That's just that's just a comprehensive way to play the 1390. Use your mobility, press your strengths, and make up for your weaknesses by just pressing those strengths a lot, which is mobility.
The biggest weakness I can see from this, though, is that when all your tanks are reloading, or even 2 of your tanks are reloading, you don't have a consistent fire tank on the battlefield.
That's kind of, but you have so much burst sitting there that if all of you can focus on something, you put so much pressure on your opponent that they can't possibly come back from that.
Oh, so like spraying and praying. You shoot so much, there's no way they could have made it out there.
You should also probably make your shells count. I mean, that's kind of assumed.
Yeah. I know. And when it comes to that, though,
Yeah.
there could be a bounce. There could be a track shot, an absorption shot that happens, so the HP value stays the same even though you do critical damage to one of their components. The tank is not dead. And all of a sudden, I'm out of shells. Your teammate is reloading, he still has 20 seconds on his reload, and that's where you want a consistent fire tank to help you out.
But your mobility, that's what helps you out there. You can stay you can stay far, far away
And
with
get
your
away.
1390
Get away.
when you're reloading, whereas 5100, for example, has a little bit of harder time doing that.
Yeah, well, let's see if the Hold My Beer tactics from Googly Bobbers is going to continue here on Himmelsdorf, which will be battle number 4 between these two teams. What do we have for tanks?
Okay, for tanks, I'm looking at 3 AMX 5100s, 2 IS3s for the side of the Cunninghams. For the side of GoBob, I'm looking at 2 5100s and 3 IS3s.
Trade-off, very, very straight-laced type of play coming from these two teams in this skirmish. The difference, the 5100 and the IS3.
Very normal lineups.
Yeah,
You know?
very normal. The favoring we've talked about is the IS3 alpha damage, spearhead, bounce shots to the front compared to the 5100 burst damage, side flanker, accuracy, long range fire.
Yeah. And there's some medium range fire. Armor Ghost and Silent Demise squaring off across the middle with Tuxzilla moving up. Silent Demise takes one to the side of the turret, looking the wrong way as he tries to get a shot onto that T1. Tiny lead right at the beginning, going to their opponent.
Well, Tuxzilla, he's going to be scouting Bagak here as well. He's going to take, you see Silent Demise.
Yep.
And he's going to be hammering his tank into the side of the wall. He's going to scout the 2, and they're going to fall back.
Yep, good old proxy spotting. Doesn't happen enough.
So that's going to put the Cunninghams up towards the wall section. Up on the hill, and Baguk and his teammate are going to fall back to the flag cap. They do scout 1 tank. Now 2 tanks. Now multiple tanks coming over to the west.
And in the east, it looks like they're going to continue up. Trireme does have the ability to fire on any tank in the west, possibly. They might have draw distance, but it might not actually have... Oh, Ainfield may take fire from Commander J and Trireme. Shots, 1 does connect, 284 onto Enfield as he goes for the cap. I don't know if the Cunninghams are going to be back in time for this.
Oh no, Danksta's going to stop the only heavy tank, or that's a light tank actually, that was back to help guard on the west. They're going to push forward towards the east. This is going to be a complete overmatch on the flag cap itself. Cunninghams, are they coming back from the hill? Yes, they are.
But it's going to take them a little while. Silent Demise is going to have to peek out, probably die, just for this. It's not going to be good.
Takes it from Silent. Sovereign Zool takes Hansen down. A T1 fight. Danksta fires again on Silent Demise, and he falls. Volley of fire coming out from the side of the Googly Bobbers.
He did not have a lot of options. Looks like Countess is going to be forced to go in alone to take on this tank. So many shells he's taking, and now another. The Cunningham's not prepared for this at all. And base captured.
And base captured, and that's it. That's it. The Googly Bobbers are able to take the series.